Biaheza is a YouTuber who loves learning new skills and experimenting with all kinds of projects, from making money online and flipping cars for profit to teaching others how to do the same. About a month ago, he decided to take on something completely new, building a micro-car camper from scratch despite having no prior experience, and then taking it out to camp in a remote forest. The first video was great. It mainly focused on building the camper and making it functional and comfortable. But in the second video, things took a serious turn. After finishing the build, he finally took it out camping. And that's when everything became genuinely terrifying.
Because this chair sits so low to the ground, it gives me plenty of headroom. And the sitting position, it almost feels like you're in a hammock. It's genuinely comfortable. This thing is a throne fit for kings. Plus, it also folds up, which is pretty great. Now, I've purchased some other vital gear that will help get me through the harsh Sierra Nevada winter, but I'll have to show that to you once we're in the mountains. Just kidding. A couple more modifications, like this luxurious state-of-the-art paper towel holder, and I also attached some mounting points that connect to the ones that are already built into the car, just so the shelf doesn't move around when I'm driving, and then a couple bungee cords to hold the items inside the shelves.
After finishing the camper, it was time to find a place to test it out. His plan was to drive somewhere cold and snowy to see if the car could actually handle the conditions it was built for.
That is just unreal. I brought along some window covers, so let's get those up. I even got one for the moonroof in case the ops are in creative mode. The only windows I won't be fully covering are these front ones, and that's because I'm going to keep them slightly open. But I do have this mesh that I'll be putting over them, which will still offer some privacy, and it'll keep the bugs out. Car's been off for about 20-30 minutes and it is getting pretty cold. So for my heating solution, I've purchased this Korean butane powered heating device that a lot of people on the internet recommended. It's actually like fully Korean. There's not a lick of English on here. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little sussed out with butane burning inside of a car. So I'm gonna use it sparingly and only when I'm awake. I brought this gas monitoring device. It should alert me if things get a little toxic in here. Now, to make sure I don't die from a fire, I did install a fire extinguisher in here.
He cooked himself a few meals, ate, and everything was going smoothly. There wasn't a single person in sight, and the atmosphere of the place made him feel like he could truly enjoy that kind of life, something completely different from what he'd been used to. After finishing his food, he got into bed, ready to sleep, turned off the cameras, and assumed he'd wake up in the morning, having successfully completed the challenge. But things changed very quickly into something that, even to this day, he still can't fully explain.
Hey! Hello, who is this? Can I help you? Hey! What can I do for you?
Open the door!
How may I help you?
Open the door!
I'm not gonna be able to do that.
Hey, what are you doing?
It's been like 2 weeks since this happened and my heart rate still goes through the roof anytime I watch this back. What you can't really see in this video is that the car that drives up and starts honking actually first fully blocks in my car. Someone comes out of the car with a flashlight, fully just blinding me, so I can't really see what's going on outside. And if you remember, my windows are cracked open, so I try to speak to him and he's just not responding. It's dead silence. He then suddenly starts banging on the window, yelling at me to open the door. Even goes for the handle of the door. And man, once I heard the aggression in his voice, my heart just fully sank. I realized that This was not a friendly encounter, so I reached around from the back and started up the car. I slide in the driver's seat. He gets even more aggressive, starts banging on all my windows, continues yelling at me to open the door. At this point, it got a lot colder, so the snow underneath the car is more frozen. My wheels are spinning in place, not catching traction. He's still blinding me with his flashlight. He aggressively rips off my mesh bug net, keeps banging the window harder and harder until he fully breaks it in, and I'm showered with shards of glass in my face. And praise the Lord Almighty, right at this point, my wheels catch traction and there's just enough of an angle there where I can squeeze past his car, get around him, and get myself out of there. You can see my left eye rapidly blinking here. It was blurry the entire way home, and after getting it checked out, it appears that some of the glass had scratched through my eyeball. I've been going through treatment for that, and I can now see more clearly, which is pretty great. Now, I have no idea what this guy's intentions could have been. My mind goes to maybe he lived in the area, saw my car, thought I was up to no good, but then why block me in and smash through my window instead of just talking to me?
Now, for a first camping trip that escalated fast, no one really understands why that man was so aggressive or why he didn't just approach him calmly and talk first. Who reacts like that? Fortunately, Biahiza's eye was left with only a small scratch, but it could have been much worse. He could have lost his vision. All because he spent one night camping on public land in the middle of nowhere. Now let's talk about the authenticity of it. Was it fake? I genuinely don't think so. He has no real reason to stage something like that. His channel consistently pulls in millions of views, so risking his reputation for a single dramatic moment wouldn't make much sense. And honestly, I doubt he'd go as far as injuring his own eye just to sell a story. I've been watching him for a long time, and if you've seen enough of his content, you'll probably understand why I say that. I also see people in my comments saying they've camped for decades and never experienced anything creepy, and that's great, but that doesn't mean it can't happen. Just because something hasn't happened to you doesn't mean it won't. Look at Biahiza. It happened on his very first trip. Experience definitely plays a role. Knowing how to choose a good spot, how to read your surroundings, and how to avoid risky areas can make a huge difference. Sometimes that awareness is what keeps situations from turning into something much worse. Novice Wild Camper is a YouTuber who loves camping so much that he's built his entire channel around it, along with reviewing outdoor gear to help people decide what's actually worth buying. He does it with such genuine passion that watching his videos is always enjoyable. He frequently heads out on overnight trips, filming the entire experience, and doing it that often has led to a few strange and genuinely bizarre moments. In this particular video, he decided to camp in the Peak District, choosing a spot with an absolutely incredible view.
YouTube. Somehow again, last camp of 2021. And for a change, somewhere different. So I'm at the Peak District. Been working up this way, so thought I'd take the opportunity to come and sneak out into Mesna country. Did a request on Facebook for places to go, so I've picked out somewhere which Dan Jones sent me. So thanks Dan, if you're watching. Hopefully it'll be a good one. It's not too far a walk from the car park. Hopefully some good views. It's fairly clear at the moment, if you can see.
He eventually reached the spot he wanted and started setting up his tent during one of the best sunsets he could have asked for.
Temperature's dropped a bit. There's a bit of a chill, but it's not too bad. I'm quite exposed here, but there's no real wind, so should be fine. Got my usual soba noodles for this evening, and my leftover adventure food. I didn't eat it on the last trip. I literally just got up in the morning, had a coffee, packed and went. Speaking of which, whole bag of coffees should keep me going. And this time, I remember my JD. So, happy days. Going to enjoy that. Yeah, it's a nice spot. It's a fairly clear night. I'm hoping to try and get a night lapse in.
He spent the rest of the night inside his tent, reviewing some gear and cooking himself something to eat. As it got pretty late, he switched off the camera, saying he'd start filming again in the morning light, and then went to sleep. But then, something unexpected happened.
Right, so I've heard deer, I've heard foxes make some really weird noises at night. But I don't know if you heard that. I'm not sure if the camera picked it up, but God knows what it is. It's quite a weird guttural sound. I'll try and boost it on the edit, see if you can. See if you can hear it, because that is really weird. Did you hear that? That's quite eerie. It does not sound like a deer. Definitely doesn't sound like a fox. Odd. Right, I'm going to zip up and put my earplugs in, I think. Try and get some sleep, and hopefully I'll still be here in the morning. Good night.
At first, he thought he was hearing foxes, but then out of nowhere, a deep growl came from very close to his tent. In that moment, he was clearly confused. He couldn't recognize the sound and had no idea what kind of animal might be lurking nearby. He stayed alert for the rest of the night and later suggested it could have been a bird, though he wasn't convinced by that explanation either. People in the comments offered other possibilities, including the idea that it might have been a large cat, like a mountain lion, which would be absolutely terrifying. Some locals even claimed sightings in the area before, adding to the mystery. In the end, he stayed inside his tent, and nothing happened. After some time, he managed to fall back asleep, and eventually woke up in the morning light, still unsure about what had been outside his tent the night before. Jordan and Lise are a couple who believe life is too short to live by society's rules. Their channel focuses on embracing each day, reconnecting with nature, and finding freedom through slow travel and adventure. They often explore different places and use drones to capture the surroundings for their audience. But in this particular video, things took a really strange turn. They had been camping in Utah for a few days and wanted to launch their drone for the usual aerial shots when they were suddenly approached by someone extremely unusual.
Hello. Hey, is that your drone?
It is.
Sitting right over my camp?
Oh. It's over here.
I see it's over there. A minute ago it was over my camp.
It literally hasn't gone past my head.
Bullshit.
It literally hasn't.
Bullshit.
I can show you my videos.
Listen, that's
Sir.
where I'm staying. Don't fly your drone over my camp.
You think I care about your camp more than these mountains?
You want me to kick your Is that it? Is that the best result?
Is that the way you want to go?
I'll go that way. I don't have a
no
problem
one's
with it.
trying to look into your camp.
We'll put the drone away.
I'm just trying to get these mountains.
That's the answer.
That's not the answer. I'm gonna get shots.
You put the drone over my camper, I'm gonna kick your
That's fine. Look, the drone will not go beyond this fan.
It has not a minute ago.
Well, if it did, I apologize. But
You off, I'm gonna kick your so you get it over there again.
Yeah.
You understand?
Sure. I understand.
You had the right answer.
Sorry about that. We'll put the.
I'm not
He's just
putting
trying to get the mountain.
I'm just trying to get the mountains. I have nothing
The
to do with
mountain's
this.
over there.
Yes, look.
You just had it over my camp.
Because I'm shooting going towards the mountain.
I don't care what you're shooting.
Going towards the mountain.
We'll put
Don't put the drone over my camp. You understand?
We won't put the drone over your.
Just stop talking
Do
to
you
him. Stop talking
understand?
to him. Sir, I told you
You're
it
not
won't.
gonna wipe your
I
up
said
off
it won't go
this
past the van.
Do it again,
Sure.
and I'll you up.
Sure. It
You
won't
wanna
go
do
past
the mountain? Do the mountain.
It won't go past the van. I already said that.
Good answer.
I said that before.
Dude, I'll shoot the drone out of the air, and I'll kick the out of your
Sure.
ass.
Sure. I won't bring it towards your van.
Good idea.
Yes.
You just put the drone away.
I'm not putting the drone away. I'm getting my shot like I was in the first place.
Excuse me?
Sir, just go back to
Talk about some more?
I said I'm not putting the drone away like she said because I'm going to get my shot. And then I'll put the drone away.
But he's not gonna go over your.
I'm not going to your RV, dude.
You already were. I'm about to kick anyways.
I can literally show you the videos
I'm
I
about
took.
to you up anyways.
Okay.
So knock it
Okay,
off.
we're done. We're done.
Don't put it over my
Sure,
camp.
I already said that.
That's all you have
That's
to.
fine.
Then shut the up, dude.
You're still here.
I am.
Babe, stop.
And you're about to get ready to get in trouble.
You just put the drone away. It's not worth it.
Dude, just go away.
No, you just watch yourself.
Bro, I'm not flying it over.
That's enough.
Shut your
You're
mouth.
talking to me.
I am.
Okay, we're done then. We're done.
That's enough.
I won't fly it near your RV, like I said before.
Dude,
Okay?
Is this your place?
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
Do something.
The man approached the couple as if he had some kind of authority over them. Now, sure, it's understandable that he didn't want a drone flying over his camp. That's reasonable, but couldn't he have just asked politely? Instead, he started dropping the F word right away, acting like the drone was some kind of threat to him. Jordan repeatedly told him the drone wouldn't go over his van, but the man kept escalating, threatening to beat him and destroy the drone. That's not how you ask strangers for a favor. What could have been a simple conversation quickly became tense, and understandably, Jordan got angry. Eventually, the man left the area, but he left his camper behind, which made the couple suspicious. They worried he might come back with others. The smart move was that the couple packed up and left the spot, avoiding any possible escalation. Canham is a guy who, well, he loves the outdoors. He spends a lot of time camping in all sorts of places and shares his adventures on his channel. Usually, nothing creepy happens in his videos, but in this particular one, he started feeling something very, very strange. He had decided to go wild camping.
Welcome back to another video. So yeah, I'm just an old quarry. Yeah, in the middle of nowhere this is. I just thought I'll come camp somewhere a bit more open tonight, you know, with all the bugs out. So looks really nice around here. Yeah, a little bit of a walk in. Yeah, it's really nice. So quiet. Can't hear much of the road either. So yeah, it's good to be back out. Just got to try and find a spot.
He eventually found a good spot to set up camp and began unpacking his gear.
Must be their little spot for the night. Right, I think it's about time to put that hammock up, I think. Stuff it. If someone sees me, they see me, don't they? I'll just move on then. Right, catch you in a bit.
If you got here, comment the word quiet. For a while, nothing happened. Everything was calm. He spent the time relaxing, having a drink, and as night began to fall, he started cooking, preparing that classic outdoor boy special, honey butter bread. But while he was eating, something unexpected happened.
I can hear something. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a badger or something snooping about. Really strange. Don't know what it is. I'm not liking the feeling of this place. Really spooky. I'll catch you in a bit.
Weird rustling began coming from the bushes nearby. It sounded like something was circling him, an animal, or maybe even a person. At first, he tried to ignore it and stayed put for a while, giving it the benefit of the doubt. But in the end, he started feeling like he was being watched.
Every now and again I hear noise. Just don't feel right to me. Yeah, I think we're going to pack her up and get out of here. Drink my hot chocolate and get out of here, I think. It's not right. It's happened to me before. Yeah, once before, I just didn't feel right. Felt like someone was sort of watching me, so I just packed up and got out of there. It's such a spooky place as well, this is. It's so dark in here as well. So dark, and there's not even that many trees around. Yeah, it's not right. Shame, looking forward to sleeping in that hammock. But you just never know, do you?
Now he did the right thing. He left. That's what you always need to do when you don't feel okay in a place. Always trust your gut. And if your gut tells you that you need to leave, you leave. Simple as that. You never know if there really is something out there waiting for the right moment, so why spend the whole night in a situation you're unsure about instead of going home or changing spots where you feel exactly how you first intended, safe and relaxed? He'll never know if there truly was something out there meant to hurt him, but in my opinion, that's a good thing. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed these kinds of videos, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. You can also turn on the bell so you'll get notified whenever I post. And if you want to keep watching, click on one of the videos on the screen. I'm sure you'll enjoy those too.